This is a Snowboard Addiction Learn to Ride series with our student Rio. We're out here teaching her how to snowboard. She's a newbie, but she's doing awesome.
Thank you.
We're at the stage right now where we're getting you to improve your turns. We've learned how to turn, heel edge turns, toe edge turns, get down the mountain.
Yeah.
This stage, you got to get a lot of riding in and just get up there and ride. I'll be giving you tips along the way. This is one of the things we're going to be working on, is every time you change edge now, I want you to think about just rising up a little bit, changing edge, and getting back down onto the new edge. Put your hands out like you're snowboarding and just feel this. Right now, just imagine you're on your heel edge, so twist a little bit towards the heel edge like that. And now just rise up and change to the toe edge. And then get down again. Rise up, change to the heel edge, and get back down. Now what this does is it helps to release a little bit of pressure so that you can make that turn come around quicker and more easily.
Okay.
Now, we're kind of emphasizing it here. In real life, it's very subtle. It's kind of like you're riding, okay, change edge, boom, change edge. It's only subtle, but that'll make it that little bit easier to change between edges because there's less weight on the board when you go through that process.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's go give it a go. So this up-down movement, Rio, is going to mostly happen when you're riding faster. And the steeper on a slope you are, the more you're going to use it.
Right.
When you get into those really flat turns, you're not going to use it a lot.
Okay.
So if you watch me right now, when I start riding here, and as I'm about to make my edge change, I'll kind of get up and then sink onto the new edge. As I come to the next change, I'm going to go up and then sink down onto the new edge. Turn the edge and get back down. In real life, it's not that emphasized. I'm just doing that on purpose to make a point. Getting low, up and turn. Yep. Now, when I was doing it there, I was overemphasizing what really needs to be done.
Yeah.
This will become a subtle movement that you'll start to do, especially as you get into steeper runs.
Okay.
You won't need it as much on this flat stuff. When we get to the steeper section, we'll focus on it again. On this slope, follow me right now, and notice how I'm not turning my board all the way around. I'm actually keeping it focused where I want to go. That's it. Keep your board facing downhill. Do a turn, but don't finish it off. There you go. Now keep going. When you first learn to turn, you're kind of doing like this, like really slowing down between each one. Right now, because this is so flat, you can kind of go like this. I didn't finish the turn off completely. I allowed that speed to carry on. All right, let's give it a go. And now keep the board going. Yep, that's it. And now and then go on to the next turn and keep that board going. Looking nice. That's a big change. And keeping that board going. Good. That's how you get across flatter areas. As we get to this part of the run, it's a little bit steeper than further up.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the up-down movement on my turns, but I'm going to show it a more of like a real amount where I'm not actually overemphasizing it. But what you'll see is that every time I'm about to switch edges, I'm just having a little bit of a subtle rise up and get down onto the new edge.
Yeah.
What that does, it releases the pressure, makes the turn come around a little bit easier.
Okay.
And this becomes more pronounced when you start going faster on steeper slopes. On camera, it's actually hard to see that you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
But I think you are.
I feel like maybe I'm like forcing it a little too, forcing it a little too much.
Well, what I could see is that section, every turn you made was less edge catchy.
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
That's the point, is that if you just release a bit of pressure off your board, you're less likely for it to dig an edge in while it comes around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and that run I just saw these subtle movements where the board was coming around that little bit nicer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to do.
Okay.
That's also going to become an unconscious technique that you'll just start doing in your riding. If you're enjoying our videos, then make sure to come and check out Addiction Plus. It is the best snowboard coaching program in the world. As a member of Addiction Plus, you get access to our structured snowboard courses that range from beginner to expert, and you can track your progression, weekly live coaching sessions with us, upload your own videos for analysis of your riding, personalized feedback to help you fast track your progression, and the ability to attend our in-person events. Addiction Plus is incredible value and the most effective way for you to fast track your riding. Come join us now. Okay, I'm going to take this up-down movement and I'm going to throw a challenge at you. what we're going to do is we're going to ride across the run.
Yeah.
And while we're on the toe edge, we're just going to do a little hop and then continue on the toe edge.
Okay.
And then when we go back on the heel edge, same thing, riding on the heel edge, little hop, staying on the heel edge. So I'm challenging this up-down motion here of Rio now, putting her in an uncomfortable environment.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. You're using edge pressure here. You're forcing yourself to go up and down. One more hop. Good. Now heel edge turn. Okay, and as you're going across, see if you can do a little hop on the heel edge. It's harder on the heel edge. Yeah, that's harder. Okay, turn back to your toes. Turn back to your toes because it's easier. And when you're on the toe edge, little hop. That's it. Keep looking where you're going. Yep. Little hop. And turn to your heels. You were focused on your jump so much, you didn't even think about your turns, you just did them.
Yeah, that's true, absolutely. Yeah. I was like, the turns are the easy part.
So that's what happened, is you're like, yeah, toe edge turn, no problem.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to focus on this damn hop.
Yeah,
right? But also, I'm making you go up and down on your snowboard. So you're using your legs more,
Yeah.
which is going to help with those turns, because the whole idea was release the pressure, make that turn happen.
Yeah.
Release the pressure, make that turn happen. We now have a steeper section. Steeper and faster turns is where you're really going to feel that kind of unweighting a little bit.
Okay.
And it's just about releasing a bit of pressure. You're not even going to see that much.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off and do this together
Okay.
and see if we can turn by yourself down the steeper section.
Okay.
Good. See how much smoother it makes the edge come around?
Yeah.
Okay, get low, rise up, turn and down. Perfect. Yep.
Oh, I made myself laugh.
Rise up, make the turn and sink back down. Good.
Kind of.
You're doing it. You're doing it. Another one. Oh.
Not quite.
So that one there would have been a case of a slightly heavier edge.
Yeah, okay.
I want you to turn around, just look uphill.
Woo.
You just snowboarded down that and you were turning heel edge, toe edge the whole way down.
Woo.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty
And-
steep.
And like right now, your up down motion, it's a little bit whatever.
Yeah.
It's a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
This will become natural.
Okay.
It slowly becomes natural. And when you look at a good snowboarder, you'll just see it. You'll just see them
Yeah.
just unweighting a little bit, making a turn and getting down. So Rio,
Yes.
first time you've got on a chair here,
Yeah.
basically you're just skating up like we learned on that flat area.
Okay.
Once these people go through, which is right now, as soon as this chair comes behind us, you're going to push your way up to that green line. And on the green line, you're going to look back now at the chair. You can put a hand on the chair and you can just sit down and then let the board hang.
Okay, getting on is not so bad.
No, it's not bad. Getting off's not bad either. So, top of the chairlift coming up. We've lifted up the safety bar. You're basically going to swivel your hips a little bit until your board is straight. Once you can put your board on the snow, you can then stand up with your back foot on it, and you're going to have equal weight over both feet as you glide away. So gliding away in a balanced position, then feel free to use your heel or toe, I know you like your heel better,
Yeah.
to drag in the snow to bring you to a stop.
Okay.
So here we go, we've got the chairlift coming up, swiveling our hips so we're straight, putting the board on the ground and standing up onto the board with 2 feet, looking where you want to go, gliding away. You can glide all the way. So any idea why that happened?
I didn't actually put my heel in the snow, I just tipped the board with my foot fully on it.
Cool, so what I noticed was that as you were coming away, you were getting on the heel edge.
Yeah.
So what that probably means is you're probably leaning on the heel edge and it started to turn the board towards that heel edge.
Yeah.
So in a situation like that where you have a lot of runway, you can just keep that base completely flat, look where you want to go, aligned body, and it'll just keep gliding. So you know when our first lesson I was in the office and I talked about how most of the time your upper body and lower body are aligned?
Yeah.
Now what that means is alignment means that like if you're turning left, your body can tweak a little bit left. If you're turning right, your body can tweak a little bit right. So you can point, look, kind of twist in that direction. That is alignment. But what sometimes happens in snowboarding is what's called counter rotation. And counter rotation at this stage is when you try to make a turn by like forcing that turn around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've definitely been doing that.
Yeah, now, do you know when you do it?
When I think maybe when I feel like I'm not getting the turn.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it mostly happens for you on your toe turn, the harder one.
Yeah.
And if you're having trouble getting it, you're trying to smash it around occasionally.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't picked you apart on it yet because I wasn't focusing on that.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, that's called counter rotating, where you kind of like smash a turn around. Instead of doing that, it's actually better to look, point, and twist in the direction you want to go, and then let that board come around by twisting the board is a better tactic. Okay. That'll keep you in better alignment. Yeah. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah.
So this is the last run of your day. It's day 3 of snowboarding for you. This run, we got a lot to focus on. Yeah. We're focusing on riding in good alignment, pointing, looking, twisting that body ever so slightly the direction you want to go. Toe edge turn will be that way. Heel edge turn will be that way. And having those little up-down movements every time you make the turn. Yeah. Up, down, up, release the pressure, make the turn, get down. Up, release the pressure, make the turn, get down. Yeah. So we got a lot to focus on. Yeah. But it's going to be a good run and we're just going to rip. Okay. You ready to roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Just so you can see what a classic counter rotation kind of turn will do is I'll do 2 bad ones followed by 2 good ones. Okay. This is more just to show the people on the camera as well who are watching this. If I do a toe side turn right now, instead of having a smooth turn, I can kind of like, well, that's way over exaggerated. I'll do it again. It's hard to like fake it. But if I come in and I try to get that turn to come around, and then I'm coming over here and I'm get that turn to come around, that's kind of counter rotation. Whereas when I really have a good one, I'm pointing my whole body the direction I want to go. And what's happening now is my upper body is in alignment with my lower body according to where I want to ride. That makes your turns look and feel a lot smoother.
I see what you mean. I do it.
So just think smooth movements, just having your upper body and lower body moving in the same direction.
Okay, yeah.
If you're enjoying our videos, then make sure to come and check out Addiction Plus. It is the best snowboard coaching program in the world. As a member of Addiction Plus, you get access to our structured snowboard courses that range from beginner to expert, and you can track your progression, weekly live coaching sessions with us, upload your own videos for analysis of your writing, personalized feedback to help you fast track your progression, and the ability to attend our in-person events. Addiction Plus is incredible value and the most effective way for you to fast track your writing. Come join us now. You want me to go in front? You can follow my turns?
Yeah, maybe. This bit's icy.
Slide down here. And we got a nice zone here for a toe edge turn. Nice turn. You ready for a heel edge? Heel edge turn. Toe edge turn. Watch out for that counter rotation.
Yeah.
There's a delay, let that body come round. You got it. Heel edge, and rise up and toe. That's it, good. Riding towards me. Heel edge turn and toe edge turn. Careful of that counter rotation, huh?
I noticed I did it then.
So it's very tempting when you get on a steep run to try to smash turns around by counter rotating the body. Here I am, I'm moving left, rising up, pointing where I want to go and letting that lower body follow me around with good alignment. Toe edge turn. That's it, that's it. Trusting that board will come on around. That's it, heel edge turn, followed by a toe edge turn.
I got scared for some reason.
You got this. Yo.
Yo.
How'd that feel?
Yeah, good. Definitely better than the first.
Okay. I want you to look up behind you. You're snowboarding down this.
Ooh.
Day 3.
Woo!
We're doing the whole run. I'm not helping you.
Yeah.
You're doing the whole run.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a couple of flatter sections, a couple of steeper sections. That's the steeper section.
Yeah.
That up-down movement comes a lot more into play when you're in steeper sections and when you start riding faster. Right now, you're kind of like being a bit dramatic about it.
I'm being very dramatic.
As you get better, it's just very subtle. It's just like, oh, I just changed edge. Oh, I just changed edge.
Yeah.
It's just like, you don't even have to think about it as you get good. Big thing for you going forward on our next day is just riding with a bit more speed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take you through a few tactics to help get you comfortable with riding faster.
Okay, cool.
Cool. The other thing that we did on that exercise is we did those little hops. We found that was a really good challenge of getting you comfortable with jumping on an edge.
Yeah.
Introduced a little bit of freestyle. You started learning how to jump without even knowing it. But it also made it you didn't even have to think about your turns, you just did them. Okay?
Yeah, it did distract me from thinking about your turns.
And then the other thing we talked about was riding in alignment, is that in snowboarding, when you have your upper body and lower body riding in the same direction, that generally has the best style and best control. There's a lot of variation to that, but what we want to try to avoid is those turns where you're kind of like trying to sling it around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean when I say that, right?
Yeah, I do that.
There's a couple of examples where, especially on your toe edge, where you're like having trouble and you just kind of sling it. It's better if you get into position, point where you want to go, let that body come around in that direction.
Yeah.
That's a more balanced way of turning. So we've really developed your riding a lot here. You're now ready for intermediate tactics and to get better at snowboarding because you're now a snowboarder.
Woo!
3 days.
I did it.
Right on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, any one of you guys watching, you can follow these exact steps. If you have a friend that can snowboard even better, they can help you. You can take lessons. You can do it with a snowboard school. You can watch these videos. This is a super affordable way of getting out there and learning how to snowboard. This is our Snowboard Addiction, Learn How to Snowboard series with Rio, our student, who's now a snowboarder.
Woo!
I'm Nev Lightfoot from Snowboard Addiction. Our goal is to improve your riding.